Tonight's case is Eric Richins. Remembering that the soul's purpose is here to learn, to grow, to evolve, and to be of service. Whether we are in body or out of body, our purpose to evolve and to be of service still remains. So what was Eric's purpose? And what is Eric's purpose now? Three deep breaths. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. Connecting to our intuition. Let's find out if Eric has anything he'd like to share or teach all of us tonight. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to True Crime Psychic Guy. Tonight is a really interesting case. It's very high profile right now. I guess it's currently in the courts. And so we're going to take a look and see if we can figure out why some of these things took place. Let me pull up for you guys our... sorry, it's just... I was way behind the 8 ball today. Facts for the Kouri and Eric Richins case. All right, my name is Miriam. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a teacher of spirituality. Denise is a psychic medium, life doula, and Reiki healer. She helps women align with their inner wisdom to become their own maven. Myself and Denise do not follow true crime, nor do we read up, so we can come in as clear as possible. This case did pop up in my feed, though, when I quickly scrolled away. So we have our newest member, Jen. She's not with us tonight, but she did help us prep for it. She'll be with us next week. Please join us over on Patreon at Miriam Farish, where we have exclusive content. We've got paranormal, we have true crime, we have spirituality. I've just added a tier, $10 tier, $10 a month, where we do live meditations and discussion. So you are welcome to jump on that tier. There's a lot going on over there. So we would love to see you guys there. We have a new show coming out, Denise and I, called Pop Therapy. Hopefully we'll have that ready for Patreon. We'll get to see it first. So hopefully you guys will see that this week or next. And then we'll be rolling it out a little bit later. As we begin to dive into some of these cases that are newer, we typically do older cases. It's important for us to always be mindful of being respectful to the families involved, to not diminish the pain and suffering, and to not point blame or judgment. So we encourage a community experience. So please put your questions and intuition in the chat. If there's anything we feel we should not be verbalizing out loud for the safety of our team or the case being discussed, we will decline to answer. Any tangible information we get, we will pass on when applicable to authorities. With that being said, tonight's case is a Utah mother of 3 currently in a high-profile trial for allegedly murdering her husband with fentanyl. We're going to take an intuitive approach. Jen gave us a list of questions that we will tackle. Please put your questions in the chat. Please bring your intuition. Really, last Thursday's case, I think, was a really great example of where everyone's intuition plays a part. I remember saying that I felt like it was Bryce, I believe, it may have taken his life with a gunshot to the head. And then someone in the comments said, I felt something in the head, but it felt like he was like landing hard on something. And I thought, oh, yeah, maybe I didn't see a gunshot. I just made an assumption when I saw the, hit on the head. And so once that person put that intuition in there, it was like it started to go unravel more information for Denise to get, for me to get. So it's really helpful and a huge part of what we do, really. So let's get going on this. All right. I've got pictures here that I'm going to take a look at. Denise has pictures as well. Let's see. What are our, see, I want to get some of our questions lined up for you guys. So the discovery questions will include, what makes a mom of three snap? How well does one really know another in any relationship? Could Kouri have been having an affair? Was Kouri hoping for a huge insurance payout from her husband's death? It's clear Eric was suspicious of his wife, so why did he drink the fatal Moscow Mule that night after the Valentine's Day attempted poisoning? Was he quietly planning to separate from Kouri as his family and friends have shared? So, first question. I'm going to put this up here for you guys. We're going to do these two first. What makes a mom of three snap? Could Kouri have been having an affair? All right. First off, I don't feel she snapped. I am, and obviously from a psychological perspective, we won't rule out, how that's analyzed and what that looks like. From an energetic perspective, this is someone who was on the path to this. This was not out of character. This is not a moment of insanity of just like, I don't know what I was thinking. This is a person who premeditates and has always been very good at manipulation, planning, preparing, and controlling her life in that manner. This was how the relationship was built. This is what the relationship was built on. I'm by no means saying this was his fault. It was not. But from the average person, I would bet that people who knew them would say she ran the house, she controlled the relationship. I don't mean that in a derogatory or bad way. I'm just stating, in most relationships, someone, typically sort of takes the lead more often than not. And so I feel like that's what was portrayed is, usually in a relationship, one of the two tends to take the lead more often than not. And that's what she did. So for me, I would not use the word snap. I would use premeditated. And then Denise, I'll have you jump in just a sec. Let me get my thoughts out on the second question. Could Kouri have been having an affair? I think that she could have been, but that would have no bearing on this. Like that didn't drive this behavior. All right, you're up.
I feel the same thing. I feel like she maneuvered even dating, the marriage, the timing of it all, the kids. I feel like she, what's the word I'm looking for? She manhandled's not the right word, but it's like something like that where she was like, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to do this. And somehow I feel like he got caught up in the whole thing. and thought at the beginning that it was okay, and then realized that, oh, this doesn't really work for me.
Mhm.
I don't think she was having an affair. I don't think she wanted to be with him either. I feel she got what she wanted was her children.
Mm. Interesting. All right, let's go to the next question. Okay, moving on. Let's see if it'll give me this one. Was Kouri hoping for a huge insurance payout from her husband's death? It's, you know, what's interesting is she's just, as crazy as this sounds, like there's no end game here. It wasn't like, it was methodical and purposeful. And yes, money absolutely was the driving force, But again, for me, what I keep feeling and stressing is this was not someone who was feeling, shoot, I have no other option. You know, this was not someone I'm feeling in distress. This is not someone I'm feeling overwhelmed, unsure. I feel like this was, like I said in the beginning, this is very methodical for me. And him changing the will, because it says on the facts of the case that he changed the will. Obviously, that was not, that I could feel her blood boiling from that. Because I feel like she was aware. She was aware because he either hinted at it, she checked, somehow she knew, and that got her blood boiling. Do you want to address that question before I go to the next one?
Yeah. So the card that came up on that one was the divine director, intervention and purpose. So she wanted to intervene and get the money. I don't think this is going to sound weird because it was the only way she was really going to get it. I don't know that she was trying to kill him. I know that sounds bizarre. However, she wanted the insurance money because she wanted a lifestyle. And she couldn't see how she could get that to click together without that. So I keep feeling like she was hoping he would be disabled perhaps in some way. And I it's so bizarre because I'm like, I don't know anything about fentanyl other than I know it is deadly. So I don't know if you can become disabled on it. Like, I don't know if that's even possible. It's something I can go look up. But at the same time, it's kind of very bizarre because she also didn't want him in the picture anymore. I know it's kind of very convoluted there, but she just wanted her life. She wanted it like he was like a means to an end. Like energetically, I feel like he was a means to end. She wanted the kids, she wanted the life, she wanted this, she wanted that, but she also wanted the sympathy of being a widow. And I feel like she was contriving to do things to make that her narrative. And I know it's super foggy. Like it's kind of like clouds, like I don't know how to describe it. It's just like all kind of tangled string. Like, you know how when you see tangled string in a picture, it's like kind of tangled string in there because it's a very tangled web that she was creating in order to be able to get what she wanted. But I agree with you 100%. She was very contrived in everything she did to get what she wanted.
Very methodical. This is an interesting question. It's clear Eric was suspicious of his wife. So why did he drink the fatal Moscow Mule that night after the Valentine's Day attempt? So she already attempted to poison him once?
Yes. So she
Thank
had
you.
apparently attempted to poison him because she put fentanyl in a sandwich on Valentine's Day. So that is why people are like, why would he even trust her after that?
How do we know? You may not know, but like, how do you find that out? Like, he must have, like, his body. I mean, I can do it. Can't get the words out here. I mean, obviously he's like, oh, what's happening to me? I feel a change in me. And then he knew, or like, how do you, this is like a Days of Our Lives soap opera. Like, this is something you see on TV. Like, how do you pull that off twice?
That's a good question. So let me see what I can come up with here with my friend.
So why did he drink the fatal Moscow Mule that night after okay, so when you feel out his energy, this is the heartbreaking part about all of this, is he was a very gentle, forgiving man. And he was patient, and he gave people the benefit of the doubt. And this is just one of those messed up situations where the good guy loses, and the children suffer because of that.
Okay. So
go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Okay.
She made him a sandwich and a drink, and shortly after eating, he didn't feel well, and he experienced symptoms like hives, swelling, trouble breathing. So he used an EpiPen, like that you can use for allergic reactions, and so then he survived yeah.
And so they just put the pieces together later on that she had done that, basically?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. So
okay, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he had told his friends that he believed his wife had tried to poison him, because it happened immediately after the food that she had prepared for him. And it also only occurred, obviously, he passed away on March 4th of 2022. So he was, so this was only 3 weeks later, because it was Valentine's Day 2022. So the 14th to the 4th. So I'm not going to math that because I'm going to sound like an idiot because I'm going to get it all wrong. But yeah.
All right. Thank you for looking that up. So, all right. So when you look at family dynamics, and I mean, let's maybe be more specific, like relationship dynamics right now. You've got someone who is very passive, very patient, very forgiving, doesn't necessarily always see the bad in people, although he knows it's there, but I also feel like he started to become scared of her. And Denise, was it you that said he was going to file for divorce, or did we read that? Did it say
we
that?
read that?
Okay. Yeah. And so he was trying to play it. He knew she was dangerous. And so he was trying. Go ahead.
No, you're right. He was afraid of her, and he didn't trust her, and he was trying to keep the peace, which is why I'm sensing that he ate the food she gave him, because he didn't want to cause a fight. I feel like she would have escalated that to the next level, and he just wanted to keep things as calm as possible.
She also utilizes the children. So children are in the room. So he can't push back and say, oh, I don't want this, or I'm not hungry. And so she's utilizing kids and the whole, she's a master manipulator. And he was by no means foolish. But again, for someone, this is what's hard in life, right? You have someone in your life who's a master manipulator, and then you have people who are not master manipulators, are onto it, but don't know how to navigate out of it because they don't have that gene in them to hurt, to undermine. And so he's doing the best he can, and all he's thinking about He's thinking about the kids. He's thinking about not leaving the kids. He's thinking about having the kids not experience something or witness something. Go ahead.
Yep. So this is Master Buddha and it's increased awareness. So he had more and more increased awareness of her and her behavior. And he noticed a difference in the behavior that she portrayed when the kids were around. Like she was the doting wife and the great mother and she put on a great show, but then when it was just her and he, she was a completely different person.
100%. Depending on dose, even a snip would have put him into a state of not knowing what is going on at all. Okay. Thank you, April.
We love April. She's always got these good facts.
Thank you, April. Right there.
And the other card that came out at that same time was Lady Portia, and it was Divine Order. And the on the bottom it says, "Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding." So he was doing what he felt was right because he was trying to extract himself. Because I feel like it was an extraction of this difficult life that had been created. And I think he took big risks to make it happen in order to be able to. I feel like he just was like, let me just get X amount of dollars and give it to her and she'll be off my back.
He knew it wasn't as easy as I'll leave her, I'll divorce her. He knew it wasn't as easy as I can just walk away. He also knew, like, this is what was confusing for him, was that the love was gone. And so whatever love was there in the beginning was gone. And so what was confusing for him was like, I know you aren't feeling this, so why can't I just walk away? Like, why does it have to be something else? Why can't I just walk away? And that was also confusing for him because in like when you like what you were saying, Denise, like when you separate the children out and it's just those two, there's this sense of like, this is over, like this is not working, so why can't we just be done with this? But when you pull the children in, everything changes. And then there's this sense of like, well, I'm not leaving my kids and I'm not leaving them alone with her, so my only option is to stay. I don't have any more options. And you can feel this going back and forth, and also this sense of just enough denial, which I think is fair. Anyone in his shoes would have, that she's not really going to do this. Or am I sure that's what happened the first time? Like this, there's this sense of just double checking, triple checking, because again, this isn't a man that is this is an honest man that leads with integrity. So he's not understanding how someone the opposite of that works.
And he also was like trying to figure out how to get her to do the leaving. And he also he really believed that she poisoned him, and he knew that. He didn't think she would kill him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they realized at the time of the poisoning on Valentine's Day that it was fentanyl. I think he just thought she poisoned him. It wasn't until he did die and he had significant amounts of fentanyl in his system when they did the autopsy that then they were like, oh, that's probably what she did back in February on Valentine's Day.
Okay. I hear that. I see that. I agree. One of the questions Jen had submitted, Jen will be here next week. She'll be here next week. We don't have the case set yet for next week, but one of the questions she asked was, how well does one really know another in any? I want to speak to this. Hold on, let me put this up. Okay, so Jen asks, how well does one really know another in any relationship? So I've been married for 25 years. And one of the things when I help clients within their relationships, one of the things that's discussed is, well, how do you know if someone's cheating or not? Or how do you know if you can trust someone or not? How do you, I mean, most people aren't wondering if their spouse is going to kill them or not. It's usually just, are they cheating or not? How well does someone really know the other person? This is where our intuition has to play a part in it. Not to be suspicious of someone and wondering, are they doing this or are they not? But also to be able to say, what is my gut saying versus my fear? Which is very hard to do in relationship. But if you have a daily meditation practice and you're working on your stuff in therapy and you're exercising and eating right and taking care of yourself, that can be heard. But more importantly, when you ask, if you can't get that answer right from a healthy space, if you can look at yourself in the relationship, I'm saying what I do in my relationship is say, I don't know. Could Bruce have cheated on me? Sure. What I know is that I never felt anything like that. And I always would check in with myself first. Do I want to be here? Am I happy here? Am I full here? Is he feeling fulfilled here? And then we have that conversation. And so when you check in with all of that and everything feels okay, man, this feels good in my gut and in my heart. Man, we're having a hard time right now, right? We're going through a really hard time and he's bugging me and I'm bugging him and we're not getting each other or whatever that is. But in my heart and in my gut, I know that this is where I'm supposed to be. That's the difference. And then there isn't this like concern over, is he cheating? Is he this? Now, if we're talking about, is someone going to murder me or not? That's a very different conversation. I'm not laughing about it. I'm saying it's a different conversation. Also, there's signs. There's signs. Like when we look at this relationship, even from an intuitive perspective, there's signs leading up to this. And I would put money on it that his family saw these signs, but couldn't say anything. For again, we've all been in that position where like you can't say anything again. He's going to get mad at you or he'll cut us off or like it's none of our business. I don't feel like anyone was purposely misleading or withholding information. I feel like there was definitely awareness, but then there was like, I don't know what to do to stop this. Like, I don't know how to intervene. Like you can feel friends and family being open, like something's not right, but we don't know how to intervene. Which then leads us to all being in divine order, even in the most painful and awful scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Is Eric coming through with any messages he wants to share with you?
I didn't really connect. Let me see. I didn't even try connecting specifically to him. He's very gentle, very soft. He's not angry. He's concerned about his kids. He said that he agrees with what was said. But I keep hearing like there's two things that were left out, and I'm trying to hear what those two things are. Denise, tell me if you get any information. There's two things that haven't been uncovered or revealed.
I'm feeling the house.
Mm. What about the house?
I'm feeling like I don't know the timing of it, but she bought like a mansion. I feel like she hid something there.
Mm. Yes. Balls. There's something around like kids' balls or handballs or
Is that what came to me right now? Was that where she hid the fentanyl?
yeah, he's showing me something behind like I'm seeing recreational balls and then like or maybe they're recreational balls or maybe there's like part of the house like a like a decor or statue or something. And then there's
Mm.
a big closet. It looks like a broom closet and something's in there. Okay, that's one. What's the other thing that's not being discussed? The book.
Mm-hmm.
I swear I think I heard him say that book was she started that book before she killed him.
Yes, because factually, the book came out pretty quickly and it was only focused on a father passing away
Yeah,
from details that we got from Jen.
I swear I'm hearing him say I saw it. I saw her writing that. That's what tipped me off. That's why I started to take it seriously. Prior to that, it never would have crossed my mind, but that's why I started to take it seriously. I'm thinking he said though that he didn't let her know that he saw this, that he found this. He started snooping around. Did you say that earlier? I feel like I'm hearing like stuff is coming to me twice. Okay, so those two things. He keeps talking about his mom. Is his mom still alive? And is that where the kids are? Does his mom have the kids?
I'm checking.
And is there a Brenda in the family? Thank you for doing that, Denise.
Oh, she does not because his mother passed away before this case.
That's good. So she
They
wasn't
are
around.
believed to be living with the father's side of the family, one of Eric's sister, their aunt.
I'm glad mom wasn't around for this. Who's Brenda or Brenda?
That's what I'm seeing if it's the aunt. This is why we have Jen. She's much faster. It's his mother.
Brenda's his mother?
Yes. His sisters are Katie and Amy. And his sister Katie is the trustee of his estate.
Am I talking to Brenda or am I talking to, what's his name? Eric?
Yeah, I think you're talking to Brenda.
Mm-hmm. Eric's here. I'm talking to Brenda. Interesting. Even in the afterlife, Brenda is fighting for, like, she wants justice.
Mm-hmm.
Eric has forgiven. Dare I go here? I don't want to get in trouble by Brenda, but Brenda is very assertive herself. She is very controlling and very assertive. This may be where his trend to find women that are, I mean, obviously Brenda is nothing like
Correct.
Kouri.
But
It's like she's very much like, she's like, this, this bitch better get what she deserves. And he's kind of behind her going, I've forgiven, and she has not. So what she is saying, I don't think we can I can share this, but I don't think this is going to help a case or anything like that. But she is saying that he was aware of this book. She started this book before he died. That needs to be discussed. That needs to be shared. Like this, that's how methodical this woman was. He has a friend that knows if they get this friend on the stand, I think that will shift the case in Eric's favor.
Could you ask Eric how or where he saw the book? Was it on paper? Was it on a computer? Kitchen.
Paper. For some reason, I'm questioning myself about that. So let me see. Or if you get anything to back that up. But it looks like the main areas I keep being shown are like a pantry that has like cleaning supplies in it, kitchen type area, like a kitchen. Okay. But it's like an open concept where it sort of bleeds into another room. And that's where I'm seeing him coming across something. So maybe the only reason why I'm questioning myself when I say paper is because she's not stupid. She doesn't leave stuff lying around. He came across this by accident almost, but he was looking for stuff.
I'm seeing a journal of sorts, like a book. Like she wrote it and like put it in it was either in the journal and it looked like a book, so it was like on a bookshelf, so it would be nondescript.
Yeah.
Is what I'm seeing.
Okay, there it is. Yep.
And and I'm seeing him like going over and looking at it and seeing it, and then very precisely putting everything back exactly the way he found it so that she wouldn't be suspicious. Like he was very meticulous and methodical. Like I can feel the anxiety in his chest as he's doing this. Like, oh my gosh, is she going to come home any second? Like, am I going to get away with this? Like, because he was trying to gather his proof. That she was up to something. But unfortunately, he passed before he could gather everything that he needed for him to go to whether it was the authorities or somewhere, saying, look, this is what she's planning, this is what she's plotting, this is what, so it was all of these different things that he was like, it's almost like I'm seeing an octopus with tentacles, and he was trying to just get everything together in one place so that he could take it. And he was being cautious because he didn't want to put anything on his phone, because he didn't want her. She had some kind of system where she kept, she, even if she didn't have his phone, like something was shared, like a folder or pictures or something. So if he had even photographed those pages, she would have known. And he didn't do that. And so I feel so badly for him, because he really became a prisoner in his own home, but also incredibly, understandably paranoid. Like, once she tried, because he really believed in all of his heart that she poisoned him, but he still, even in that moment, didn't think she would actually kill him, even though she was writing that book.
Yeah.
He thought he would, I'm seeing like he thought he was one step ahead of her, and that he would be able to get the information to the proper authorities before it escalated to that point. But I also think he didn't see her poisoning him / killing him so soon.
And I've been holding this information because you were on a roll there. Or mom is saying for him, because I feel like mom might be speaking for him. The reason why he drank that drink that she made that ultimately killed him was because he watched her make the drink. And so he thought that he was safe because he watched her make the drink. And so she had put the fentanyl inside one of the bottles of what she used to make the drink. So he didn't see her put it in. It's not like, like a soap opera where she takes it out and like does one of those things.
Right.
This is how premeditated this woman was. She put it in a bottle that had alcohol in it to hide. And he watched her make the drink and thought that he was safe because of that. She is, maybe psychology, I might be grabbing the wrong word here, but sociopath, where like you look at her face, like, and she will, when she's in court, dude, she will like, you will not see the evil. You will not see it. She will not show it.
She's going to show the grieving widow. Even though, well, it's funny because it's like, on one hand, she's playing the grieving widow, and then on the other hand, she's kind of not. Because she told the story enough times, and we talked about this before. She believes some of it. She believes some of the, stuff she told herself. That she's a widow and that he passed away, and, my poor children, kind of like she wrote the whole book. And then, and I don't know, because I don't know anything about the book other than it was written from the perspective of the father passing. And the title of it is, Are You Still With Me? And, oh, that's a good question. April wants to know, does she have any other victims, excluding the trauma to her children?
That is a good question. I don't feel like she does. I feel like
not human.
Oh, interesting. I feel like if she's not caught and put away, she will have more.
Yeah, I feel like when she was younger, she was doing things.
To animals.
Mm-hmm. I got that earlier, but we'll leave that there.
I mean,
Because I also don't
they
want
say
to.
that's where it starts.
Hmm?
I mean, they say that's where it starts.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a live show wrap up. It's going to be quick though, because we're going to be jumping into a remote. Oh, wait, Denise, do you want to come with me?
Sure.
Putting you on the spot here. We're going to do a quick remote view of the Heidi Firkus house from last week. If you guys saw us, ow, my foot's asleep. If you guys saw us last week, we were that third person. We were like, is there a third person there? Is it him with the split personality? Like what? And so I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can remote view. And Denise and I can walk. There's for some reason earlier, I was like, if me and Denise both can remote view at the same time, we high five each other while we're in there. And we're like around.
Right?
We're going to see if we can get to the bottom of this third person. Yeah. So if you want to join us over on Patreon, please do. For those that are already on Patreon, we're coming. It'll just be a different link. This wasn't a good read. We got a lot more info than I thought we would. We'll be back this next Monday with the new case and with Jen. And then we're going to go back to every other Monday. So I know we were on Thursday nights, but we're going to be moving to Monday nights, every other Monday. And then we have a case we already pre-recorded for this Thursday on Patreon, and I forgot who it is. So if those,
and then I think we have our last episode on the 19th.
The last Thursday. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Thursday is our last Thursday night episode. Will be the 19th. Yeah.
Yep. So we will have 2 episodes that week. For those of you that follow us, we'll have one on Monday the 16th, and then we will also have Thursday the 19th.
Thank you for clarifying that. And then we'll be going to every other Monday. Nice work tonight, Denise. Playing double duty here. You were both researcher and psychic, so thank you. That is not easy to do, obviously, which is why
we have Jen.
Tina.
We will have Tira. She's like, are you still doing the alien channel?
Oh, hi, I am. But you know what? I only do the alien channel when I have alien things to discuss. And
you're so welcome.
So if nothing has come through, I don't force that or push that. It's still there. Aliens have been, there's a lot happening with them right now. So there's definitely some of us need to sort of sit back and take a back seat while things unravel. And so I only speak when I am told to speak, and I haven't been told to speak in that format yet. So, yeah, that's why that channel will sit there until I'm told to speak again. And it's simply because the world, we all know what's happening in the world, and aliens are, involved as humans are equally. So, yeah, on TikTok, I just posted a video last night of a gentleman having an experience that was alien. I have a playlist on TikTok that says aliens, and I have a couple of very recent alien videos. So if you need your alien fix, that's there. I haven't brought them over to YouTube yet. So anyway, okay. Good work tonight. Good work, Denise. Thank you again for doing double duty.
No problem.
Those of you that follow us on Patreon, we will be over there right now for the Heidi Firkus remote viewing and a quick follow-up chat from tonight. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.